Hello, my dear friends. Today we are going to discuss an interesting topic where we will try to figure out what another underlooked token can repeat the path and the success and rally of the AKT Akash network tokens. Those who follow me from 2022, you may remember my videos and tweets about AKT token and where I explained why do I think it is a good investment and where is a safe accumulation zone for AKT. And we established that the 18.25 cents is a good accumulation zone, safe enough for us to hold long term and become beneficial in the end. And as you can see, it's aged well because in 2023 we made 8x's on AKT and it is still running. So definitely we need to follow, and there is another token that can apply to the terms, and it looks similar to me as Akash network token. But before we start discussing it and the opportunities it has in itself, we need to figure out and look deeper into my algorithm of my thoughts that made me and convinced me to invest in AKT, because the same algorithm of thoughts and criterias, the reasons to invest in this new token I'm going to talk about, they are similar to what I had for AKT. And if you know, you must know that AKT, nobody showed me AKT. I found it myself, and it is completely, purely my research. This investment pick is the result of my personal research. Nobody showed it to me. No crypto influencer or YouTube blogger or others. Nobody was talking about AKT. I found it myself and made my own research. And you need to follow what kind of research is that to understand why I think another token that we are going to discuss later is worthy of investment too, and it can repeat something like AKT did in 2023 in the next few months. So basically, when we are trying to invest in something, we want to pay attention to as many favorable criteria as we can, and our investment and our pick should be based not only on the technical or only on fundamental reasons, but all those reasons have to be together and to become a great reason for us to invest. The more criteria we meet, the better. So basically, the fundamental reasons, let's start with them. So why did I invest in AKT? The first one was idea. I like the idea of building a decentralized cloud. It is our day-to-day product that we use, the Google Cloud, the iCloud, but these clouds are centralized, and the idea of building this centralized cloud that other businesses and people can benefit from and build their businesses and their networks, websites on was a very good idea if they succeeded. And also I like the idea and that the team was working tirelessly, making many upgrades and many coming with new products that were beneficial for this market. Basically, Akash network was suggesting the sharing the computing power, the memory, CPU, GPU markets. They created it, and they suggested it to businesses by more attractive prices than the AVS, the Google Cloud and others, by 80-90% lower fee. And this was impressive to me. This is the fundamental part. Then let's look at the technical analysis, the technical part. After the AKT fell sharply here, we spilled here very fast and we dumped significantly, we left this inefficiency, and it was clear for me as a technical analyst that we are going to recover it sooner or later. Also, we had inefficiencies also here and so on there. So definitely I knew that we are going to recover it. It was a matter of time. The only question was where the price is going to stop falling and will form some kind of bottom and reversal. So that was the first task for us to figure out, and we did it successfully. And then I looked at the price, which was somewhere here around 18 to 30 cents, and I looked at the total supply of this asset AKT, which is 389 million tokens. And with this kind of number of tokens, the price was too low, and technically whoever wanted to manipulate or using this price and accumulation zone, they could manipulate the price as high as they wanted, because with 389 million tokens you can boost and manipulate the price of AKT starting from a few dollars up to two digits eventually. So basically there was no problem in that. If the product was working and it doesn't get scammed, then definitely it was supposed to go up to $1 plus $2 and then maybe higher. So basically it was a safe investment in general for me. So this was these were my thoughts based on the tokenomics and the actual current price at the time. So definitely then I looked at the Akash Network's venture capital firms that were behind it and supporting it, and this was the frustration actually, because Akash Network didn't have any top high profile venture capital firms behind it that would support it. And the second disadvantage was that Akash Network was built for us as investors, was that it was built on Cosmos ecosystem. And if you must know that the projects built on Cosmos ecosystem and Cosmos blockchain, they usually fall behind in price exploration because nobody's shilling them. The venture capital firms, they discover this projects that are built on in Cosmos ecosystem very too late, and usually do not promote it like the others, like Solana or other stuff, Aptos or something. So definitely it was it didn't promise us a huge and fast returns, but as you can see, it turned out to be very successful, and the returns were impressive and fast. What else helped? So these were the disadvantages. But what convinced me finally to actually invest in this token? So basically I looked at the centralized exchanges that AKT was listed on, and as you can see, we can see a bunch of tier 2 and tier 3 sexes. Huobi wasn't on the list at the time, and I doubt that Bittrex was too. So basically AKT was listed on KuCoin. Crypto.com was assigned for me, but the decisive importance and impact on my decision was the presence of Kraken here. When I found out that Kraken listed AKT, it was a sign for me that no matter how the things are going to be with AKT and its product, I came to the conclusion that Akash Network is a solid project that is going to build even during the bear market, because Kraken is a US regulated exchange that usually doesn't list tokens in any kind of shitty tokens that can become and end up scams. Usually Kraken considers wisely what they are listing, and definitely they saw something in AKT. This was the sign of the that convinced me to actually finally invest in it. And then I followed other interesting stuff. At the end of the 2022, the well-known Misari research group, they sent some reports, the yearly reports of their research research analysis and other stuff. And from this report I found out about some of the holdings that Misari research group, the team of the Misari, is holding in their as their crypto holdings. And many team members of Misari, they held AKT even from higher prices than it was here. When I found out about it, they bought even higher somewhere here. So definitely I knew that these people they know a lot, they have a lot of insights, and they actually hold AKT, so, and even buying more. So basically they are very confident in the future of this company. So it made me more confident in my investment decision in AKT. So I started holding it and see what's going to happen next. And I wasn't wrong, because when after that, when the 2023 started, Misari started tweeting a lot about the Akash network and the new DePIN segment that it formed. And after that, it started to go nuts, and then Akash network went parabolic here, as you can see here. It went parabolic, and after that Misari started tweeting daily about Akash network, spicing up the price. And then I understood that it is the time that they are going to distribute. If they started to shill it so tirelessly, so often, then definitely they are behind it, and they are the main holders of this token, underlooked token, and they are going to distribute it somewhere here. And this is what happened. And I even called the reversal, almost called at 146 the reversal point, where we should have sold it, and I actually did sold it. So definitely this was the example for me, and that Misari can actually manipulate tokens and make them pump. They have a lot of promotional power. And so these were the reasons that helped me achieve success with this underlooked token that nobody was talking about, nobody was behind it, no venture capital firms were behind it. So then, right now, I found out another token that I think can show us in the coming months something similar to Akash network, although it doesn't have the same facilitating structure that we saw here on AKT. It is different, but definitely this token is worth our attention. This is a NIM token. If you ever heard of it, and maybe you didn't, it is a privacy token. Let's look at it, because another, as you can see, Misari started tweeting about it too. It is a great mixnet, and it is bringing privacy to the world of World Wide Web. So definitely it is worth our attention. And they form a DePIN project focused on providing private and secure communication infrastructure for Web3. So definitely nobody's talking about it. And if you will look at the NIM project's Twitter account, you won't see somebody interesting or influential following it. And but they were working tirelessly during the bear market. They were working a lot and developing, and definitely I also found out that NIM is followed by the CEO of Misari, and that doesn't surprise me. And these tweets that started to pop up on Misari's Twitter account, they convinced me that Misari might be behind it too, and they are trying to make some hints for us that this project is going to fly soon. And I know that a lot of people were frustrated with this token because it was released to the market via the coin list, and it was released in a bad time when the huge dump and bear market started, and it dumped significantly. But who didn't? As you can see, we have an interesting and solid ranges here that we were trading in, and then we lost the final range here, and now we are trying to reclaim it. And recently, in the recent time weeks, we started to pump heavily, and as you can see, we found its strength. As you can see, we found the strength, and we even reclaimed our daily kijun here. So basically, as long as we hold it, then we are going higher. I have the reasons to consider that this token can be prepared for the Binance listing. As you can see, let's look at our what is behind this. Unlike Akash Network token, NEM is supported by the top leading venture capital firms in the industry: A16Z, Polychain Capital, and what I like the most is Binance Labs. Why? Because Binance Labs never leaves the tokens they support and hold without their support. So basically, after such this kind of huge dumps during the bear market, they always remember about these projects, and they manipulate them and boost them to the upside when the time comes. So basically, and as you can see, Binance Labs is one of the top leading companies that invested in this project, and this token is not listed on Binance yet, and all the Binance Labs supported assets are listed on Binance sooner or later. So I have the reasons to consider that in the coming months, maybe in the next 4 to 5 months, NEM can be listed on Binance, and that of course is going to boost the price of it. Until the listing, we can actually trade within this up to 23 cents, and then boost upon the announcement of the listing. So basically, I think now is a good time to accumulate NEM, unless of course we are going to, for example, do something like this, retest this kijun and do not hold it and fall below it and lose this blue line of 10 cents. Then definitely it is going to go lower and we will have to buy it lower. But definitely I think right now something is happening in it, and Misari starting tweeting and talking about it is a great sign for me actually. And also I look at the list of the exchanges here again, and I look at the tokenomics. Max supply is 1 billion NEM, and with the current price, usually assets with the 1 billion total supply, they end up somewhere here, their bottom usually somewhere around 10, 12, 15, maybe 8 cents, not lower. So definitely if this is a healthy project. So basically we are trying to reclaim this range that we were trading and accumulating probably, and we lost it, and usually we reclaim it and retest it and go for a new for the retest of this high above 40 cents and 60 cents at least. So basically we don't know what is going to happen next, but definitely we know that right now I'd say between 10 and 12 cents is the best opportunity to buy, because right now the capitalization of NEM is only $72 million. And definitely let's look at the markets, NIM markets, what sexes have listed, and this list of the sexes that listed NIM is even better than the one that Akash Network had and even has right now. Huobi has listed it, CoinList released this token, then OKX, one of the thriving new top sexes in the industry right now, Bybit, KuCoin, and of course Kraken. Definitely this is the signal and the sign for me that Kraken is considering NIM as a great infrastructural fundamental project that is going to build a product that is going to decide real problems within the blockchain industry, within the Web3 infrastructure, and is going to play its role like Akash Network token does. So basically, I think the risk and rewards here are in favor of the NIM, and I think buying it and holding for long term this privacy coin that is in the portfolio, is a part of the portfolio of A16Z and Binance Labs portfolio, is a win-win in my opinion. So basically, no matter what the market's sentiment is going to be, what is going to happen, I think investing in NIM will pay off at least 4 or 5 x's minimum. So, and that's it. I think that is what I wanted to show you and tell you about. So basically, if you're interested in it and you have the money, you can lose. Actually, definitely, it is not the fundamental investment. It is a little bit risky, but I told you that the reasons are solid to invest in it. So definitely, if you believe in privacy and in the fundamentals. Also, I wanted to show that NIM has started the 300 million innovation fund that was opened. So basically, they have money. It is not the poor project that tries to hold with everything they have. They definitely raised a lot of money from the top venture capital firms before in 2022, 2021, I guess. So basically, right now they have money to work. And if you remember what happened to Injective, that when they announced another 120 or 150 million investment, they were a little slightly above $1, and after they have announced another investment, the Injective token started flying, and now NIM did the same, only nobody invested in it. NIM created this fund, 300 million fund. This means that they have those money, 300 million, they have those money, and they are ready to share those money with those with other developers and companies that are willing to build on top of their ecosystem. So definitely NIM is worth of our attention. So do this at your own risk and make decision. Do not believe me blindly and make your own research always, guys. Never listen to others who try to shill you anything. Always be responsible of your own decisions and make it accustomed to make the research by yourself, and do not listen blindly to anybody, to any influencer, no matter how reputable and reliable it may look or sound. Always do your own research, and you will be more successful in the long term. And also another thing about the token that can show a great boost and growth in the coming weeks. We were talking about NIM. This is what I have the same vibes about NIM as an undervalued token, the same as AKT. But if we look at the graph token, the GRT, when we look at its chart, it reminds me more, the GRT reminds me more of the AKT chart when we were when we formed this bottom here, accumulation here, then we pumped, then started to form the descending in the form of the descending triangle, where and after we broke up from this triangle, AKT, what did AKT show? It started pumping, first resistance here, maybe some kind of maybe retracement up to this, or we will continue doing so and reclaim this trend line. And when we reclaim it and retest it and hold it, then definitely we are going to 35.40 cents. So basically, or we are maybe even we're be able to do that earlier. So basically, I think GRT is one to follow right now. It is not the low cap at the moment. It is one of the top assets with the high capitalization, but it is worthy of holding and maybe even buying or trading. I think definitely it looks like a bottom, a long-term bottom. It doesn't matter where you will buy GRT at this level, and it is going to be back to 30s, 40s, 50s, 100%. But the supply is too big, but the price is very low and the capitalization is much higher. And this project is more popular and trendy among the crypto communities. So basically, I think it is okay. I think if we look at the weekly situation, we have a bullish situation here, and we are staying right upon the resistance here. So basically, if we start of the 30 EMA resistance, so basically we start the week with the retracement up to $9.20, $9.30. Basically, if we can buy back it, then definitely the push is going to be into this zone, into the zone of this trend line and this range resistance. So this is where we probably will retrace a little bit, but then probably maybe we'll find another wave of the strength to go higher. So definitely, in my opinion, GRT is ready to show some strength. And if you must know, and if you follow me, sorry, very useful actually, they started to tweet about Graph protocol recently very frequently. As you can see, the Graph's data query fees, and also another one, I don't know where I saw this, but yeah, state of graph key metrics overview. They started tweeting about Graph very often in the last week. So basically, pay attention to Graph too, guys. It may be a good holding at the moment. So I hope it was useful. Good luck to you guys. Take care.